Hey everybody,
Your son
welcome
has
back.
become corrupted by sin.
Egg and baby in the morning. Sorry, I startled her when I didn't realize, like, when I talk on the microphone, I'm quite soft spoken, I suppose, in real life. You wouldn't know it from the napalm that comes forth from my gaping maw. Really? You're gonna, baby? Daddy is putting on airs right now. He's not actually upset. But it's hard for me to explain this, okay? Basically, I've been playing this game for like 9 years, 10 years almost. I do random runs just to make it interesting. Random characters, there's like 11 characters in the game. 2 characters are really, really bad. But they're kind of fun, I guess. And we got the bad character 2 times in a row. What are the odds of getting the loss 2 times in a row? That's right, baby. It's 1 in 11 to the power of 2. 1 in 121. Remember that. Anyway, I was going to start this episode by saying, isn't it amazing that we, like, won a Lost run on the last episode? Not that amazing to win. Okay, that's actually pretty good. To win a Lost run, but kind of amazing that we really didn't get much else on the run. Like, until the very end, we were pretty weak, but it came together in a good way. I'm hoping this is a black market. Oh my god. Okay, it's an item. Items down here, I'm just gonna call it. They tend to be like able. So good. It's actually amazing. Now, am I going to stop crap talking crawl spaces as a result of that? No, absolutely not. It's a numbers thing. The numbers, Mason. I don't know. I've only seen the first season of Lost. I don't really know much of the rest of what happens. Maybe caught the occasional episode here or there. Used to be. So I went to university before. Oh, okay, careful. Before screens were like so readily available. So if you wanted to watch, like, television, and I'm not so, back in my day, it was worse. It was so much worse. If you wanted to watch television in your first year of university, you would wait till the show you wanted to watch came on, and then hope nobody else. That's also an amazing item. You would just hope nobody else was in the TV lounge, and then you'd be like, oh, Poggy, time to watch Prison Break, you know? We've come a long way, I'm sure, you know. I don't even think we had Wi-Fi. Now, I know it sounds strange, but I'm pretty sure we all had to get. I remember it being like a big deal the first day we all got connected to the internet, because you had to, like, plug into the Ethernet jack and then download, like, some kind of application, and then they would actually, like, manually grant you access to the firewall or whatever. Anyway, dude, this run is, like, actually already better than our last one. That's kind of exciting. So I didn't see a lot of Lost. I didn't see, I kind of missed out on all of Grey's Anatomy. Caught up on House later. Didn't really see Prison Break. I don't really understand Prison Break. Understand that. Here's what I understand. Okay, the guy went into prison to break his brother out of prison. And then I also, if I recall correctly, he had a tattoo of the prison's blueprint on his back. But what did they do when they got out of prison? It's one of those shows where, like, it fundamentally kind of has an expiration date on it, right, baby? Maybe when you get older we could watch it together, okay? It's like, and look, people, I wouldn't say they have strong opinions on this show, but you know, a lot of people really like Modern Family. A lot of people, you know, are not big fans of it. I thought the first, let's say, 2 or 3 seasons of Modern Family were, like, pretty good television. It is, to me, it's still weird that, you know, it's from that era where, like, every show was kind of aping The Office and trying to be a, like, hey, it's a mockumentary, although at no point do we ever touch upon the fact, like, why is this family having, like, every single moment filmed? I guess maybe I should just suspend my own disbelief and stop being such a Poindexter about it, but at the first few seasons I thought they were pretty sharp, you know? It's kind of like a, I don't know, like a all-ages Seinfeld or something like that. The episodes looped back around, you know, there was a lesson at the end, there was a lot of wordplay, there was some fun stuff. But then, you know, when you got a show with child actors on it, you know, it's not going to run for 40 seasons. And if it does, it starts to lose some of that charm, right? Dude, this is incredible. Baby, this is amazing. Can I, baby, none of these items are good. Can I have your permission to hit the blank rune? She kind of moved her toy.
Yera.
It was Yera. Way to go. Well, you really blew that one. Look, whatever you say to a baby, the baby will take it as a positive as long as you say it while laughing or smiling. Isn't that right, baby? Isn't that right? She's like, oh my god, it's the funniest thing you've ever said. Anyway, we're hanging out. It's a Thursday today. I will say, you know, if you're a diehard NL fan, I apologize. I'm gonna pop that real quick because this could get spicy. I apologize. There's been kind of a dearth of recorded chess for YouTube. I've honestly just been like mega pinched. You know, I don't have any. I mean, I have a great excuse, whether or not you choose to accept it. The excuse is, you know, when you have a baby, the baby duties are kind of like, what does Dan say? They're like bananas. They come in bunches. So we'll have like multiple, you know, weeks where, you know, the baby is fairly low maintenance by baby standards, and then we'll have some weeks where the baby is just highly discontented, and you know, you work through it, and you go on to emergency rations. You get as much, you know, we get the Isaac episode done every day. We get the stream done every day but Saturday, and then we just, you know, get batten down the hatches, basically. But yeah, I wanna record more chess. Yikes. We gotta be careful with Tammy's head, because sometimes it kills enemies when we don't expect them to. They're not in a good position, let me put it that way. Because, like, enemies that explode into bullets when they die, I think in general, you don't want more than one of them to die at the same time. Because it means that you know, you can't position yourself safely between their deaths. I'm actually, like, just stunned. Like, now, doesn't it feel like the run is being kind of sarcastic to me? It's like, oh, you wanted a damage upgrade, huh? How about all the damage upgrades? Well, the great news is, I don't care, if you're being sarcastic. The answer is yes. I will take all of the damage upgrades. So we got to think about this one, man, because this is it's a funky one, right? Right, baby? How do you feel about this? We got Diplopia. We got Blank Card. Both of which are stellar. The dream, I suppose, would be if we could buy both, which is why I'm kind of stalling. Or if we could buy Diplopia and then get Blank Card for free. That's, I mean, because we get all the other stuff in the shop. That's probably not super valuable. We'd rather maybe try to Diplopia if we get a great stat item from the boss. Or alternatively, hello, baby. If we got a great stat item from the boss, or if we got, that's basically it, quite frankly. An amazing familiar, or I guess a deal with the devil, and we wanted to duplicate what was on the deal with the devil. We'll see. We got a little time. I'm starting to get, let's call it nervous. I'm starting to get a little nervous about going into these curse rooms, or the boss, what do I, self-sacrifice rooms? No, it's a curse room. Okay, sorry. Still early in the morning over here. You know, you start to get concerned when you forget the name that you gave to something. That's where you're like, hold up a minute. Maybe this is a 2-coffee day. Okay, this is very good. It takes us over 30 cents. Which means we can grab Diplopia. And, well, you know what? We'll grab Blank Card and the card first. To see if maybe it's like 2 of diamonds. Okay, it's 2 of hearts, which is garbage. Get Blank Card. We'll get Diplopia. We will not duplicate yet. And, you know, there's an argument to be made. Maybe we should bring Tammy's head in with us here. I'm not going to sweat that too much. Forgot what I was talking about a second ago. Oh, yeah, you know how, like, when you get older... wow, we have Diplopia. Yes, I will. Yes, I don't know if they're going to stack, but... You know what? I think they stacked on damage at the very least. Now let's go back and get Blank Card. That's amazing. This is a truly, and it's still losable. Like, we don't really have any top-tier defensive items right now, but this is, I mean, except Holy Mantle, I guess, which is the best defensive item in the game, probably. But this is like the antithesis of our last run. But yeah, you know what, like, grandfathers always get made fun of because they're calling their grandkids, or even their kids, by the wrong name. They're calling the, you know, their grandkid by the dog's name from time to time. It's something, you know, when I was younger, I would laugh at too. And you think it's like perhaps a sign of cognitive decline, you know, that maybe your relatives start calling you by the wrong name. I'm here to tell you, it's not the case. I think it's actually, it's fairly understandable. Let me explain a couple of things. Your grandparents, bless you, by the way, baby, bless you. Bless you, yeah. Your grandparents might have, like, you know, 10 grandkids or something like that. They gotta keep 10 names straight. They were born in, you know, 6 different years. Oh, this is Jenny and Tim's kid. Oh, this is Bill and Vanessa's kid. And, you know, there's twins and etc., etc. Oh, and then one of them's called Thatcher and the other one's called Braden, but I get them confused all the time. For kids, all they gotta remember is grandma, grandpa. Of course you're not gonna get their name wrong that often. It's like literally, you know, the same word. Let's say you just change like a couple of letters. I guess that's any word, but anyway, so it's kind of happening with me. I don't call our baby by the wrong name, but sometimes when I'm talking to the cats, I call the cats baby. I think it's just that, you know, for like my whole life I'd only had like, you know, 2 modes. I had like, well, I guess 3 modes. You know, the way you speak to people that are like maybe in a position of authority, and then the way that you speak to people that are of, you know, you consider them to be a peer, let's put it that way, and then the way you speak to people who are kind of like, you know, or not even people necessarily, but entities that are kind of like your dependents. And I know that sounds like, oh, you're gonna treat people with, like, less respect. No, it's really like, when you speak to people in a position of authority, there's a tendency to maybe be a little bit more deferential. And then to, you know, peers, you speak like you normally speak. And then when you're speaking to, like, you know, your baby or a cat or something like that, you're going, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy, right? Like, that's what it's mostly, that's what I'm trying to get at. So I think it's natural, because I have now... And we've earned another deal with the devil, which is quite stunning to me, but... Okay. I do think we want it still. What the heck is even that? I glanced. Okay. So, I'm just trying to tease apart what happened there, okay? The way I was going to finish my train of thought was that I went from my dependent mode being exclusively talking to, you know, cats, to my dependent mode being like 99.99% talking about the baby. So now when I talk to the cats, I'm like, hey baby, who wants some wet food? So, what series of events happened there? I was not paying attention. I walked into a blood bank, and thus begins our odyssey here. Walking into that blood bank killed us because we're the lost. Makes perfect sense. Can't really be mad at anybody but myself. But then, and this is where it gets very interesting. It respawned us with missing poster. I don't know why. I can't remember the mechanics of missing poster. It's like if you die due to self-inflicted damage or something, you come back to life, or if you die on a... I don't know, man. Like, it's... Why even blow that up, you know? It's a whole thing, let's put it that way. Because it do have that swing. And then it also instantly paid out with Blood Bag from the arcade, which is absolutely hilarious. So we actually picked up quite a nice speed upgrade, and that made that tactically into, like, actually the right play, even though the odds of that working out successfully for us were probably somewhere in the vicinity of, I don't know, like 1 in 50. I mean, coming back with the missing poster, I actually don't know the odds of that. That might have been like guaranteed, but getting the speed upgrade on the first play is hilarious. Okay, don't die on this room. It's like let's straighten up and fly right here. It's a noteworthy event in Isaac history. Hey, baby. Hello, my baby. Oh, listen to that. I don't call our baby the cat, by the way. I don't go like, oh, Tomo. That takes it a step too far, in my opinion. That's where you gotta go talk to somebody. Go, baby. I don't know. I guess we'll hold Mysterious Paper, because actually, now that I think about it, I'm like, we don't start with Missing Poster as the Lost. I feel like maybe Mysterious Paper gave us a chance for Missing Poster to work, which is like even more hilarious. Bless you. I know. Oh, so we have a slightly discontented baby. It tends to happen. She's just such an advanced student. You know, she's already gotten a little bored with her toy here. It's a little, trying to think of the way to describe it. It's basically like a metal bar that has a bunch of, like, fidget spinners on it. The fidget spinner is one of the baby's greatest assets. You know, it teaches them how to grasp, especially, like, not just how to, like, use their hand muscles to, like, grab something, but how to, you know, spot something and then send a message to their hand, like, hey, go grab that thing. And then they can, like, you know, spin it around and do all that good stuff. But, you know, when we first got it for her, she was, like, a little shy. She didn't really like to play with it. She just sort of, like, sat next to it. Now, I can't even attach the thing to her chair. Like, she's just, as soon as I try to attach it, she locks on with an iron grip. I gotta, like, it's a struggle. And now she's like, you know, you give me something else. So we got her a more advanced toy. You can tell it's more advanced because it costs $6 more and is marketed by a brand called Baby Einstein. And it's a 3-key keyboard, like a musical keyboard. And those songs are going to be with me till the end of my days. I don't know if any other parents are here. I don't want to cause like any PTSD or something, but if you got the same toy, you're about to, you know, be transported back to the past here. You ready? Frog likes to hop, hop, hop. He jumps in the water. Splish, splash. And then that's it. And then if she hits the same button again, frog likes to hop, hop, hop. He jumps in the water. She's I should really have the camera on for these episodes. She is smiling up a storm. She's like, that's the one. That's my favorite song. A couple of the other ones I haven't quite committed to memory yet, but there's like, flighty butterfly, you flap your big strong wings. Flap, 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 do you wanna fly away? Something like that. I don't know if you heard her go, eh. She's like, that's the one. That's a good one. It's a little bit of a deep cut, though. I'm not sure if that would make it onto the greatest hits. And then, of course, there's, I'm a something hippo. I got a great big tummy. I don't remember. Clearly, I got to do some work on that one. Anyway, she's loving that toy. We got to get... And then after that, I don't know. Maybe it's time to start her on Factorio. I think we should take Death's List. I can't come up with a good reason not to take Death's List. What else we got here? Garbage. Okay. Garbage. Take it down to the next floor. Our boss fight will be down to the left here. We got an insanely great run, but my skills have honestly not been sharp. I think that's fairly obvious. From the way that we've played the game. Ooh. Baby, you don't even realize, but like people are loving the baby presence in these videos. That's how you know you've cultivated a good community, right? Oh, we were about a microsecond away from getting destroyed there. That would have been terrible. That's how you know you've cultivated a good community. Like, can you imagine? I bet there's some other YouTubers out there you would frequently see posts that are like, I get it, he has a kid. And I get it, like, you know, both parents are working and it's kind of like, you know, there's a lot of stuff to be done. But at the same time, like, I'm trying to watch Cyberpunk Discourse. Could you please put the baby in another room? I mean, I think there's some validity to that, don't get me wrong. If I was watching... If I was watching, like, a podcast or something like that to fall asleep and every... at irregular intervals throughout the podcast there was, like, a baby crying, I'd probably be annoyed, too. But if I was the podcaster, I would be like, yeah, I don't know, what do you... Sorry, it's a baby, you know? They don't make baby muzzles, you know? For a reason, I think. I think we're better off with Dad's Lost Coin, unfortunately. Unfortunately? Our boss fight will be up and to the right. The Isaac boss finding algorithm is pretty easy. Imagine which path would be the most annoying for you to have to go down in order to find the boss. And then, with 99% accuracy, that will be the boss. It's called the Misery Engine. Patent pending technology. Hey, baby. And that's basically it. I mean, again, as far as, like, baby anecdotes go, we're in kind of a phase right now. You know, we're in between milestones, you know? She can grasp. She can roll over. She's getting increasingly vocal, but, you know, we're definitely not, you know, days away from the first word or crawling or anything like that. You know, you got scooting and stuff like that comes first, so... You know, it takes some time, obviously. But I 100,000% understand. You know, like, maybe when you were growing up, you would hear from your parents, like, oh, you know, blink and you'll miss it. Like, kids grow up so fast. I'm actually, like, the passage of time is, hold on, boss fight will be down and to the right here. Left and down and to the right. The passage of time, after we've had our daughter, is, like, totally destroyed. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean, like, I have no perception of the fact that we're almost done with February. I guess we're not almost done, but we're way more than halfway through the month, and it's a short month. So, you know, in my world, that's almost done. I don't know why I'm blowing up the blue fires here. Like, I'm replying to people's, like, people will send me a DM. I will reply and say, like, oh, sorry I didn't get to this right away. And then I look at the message and it's from, like, 3 weeks ago. And I'm like, the thing is, it doesn't feel like 3 weeks ago. It actually feels like it was, like, Monday. I kind of enter into, like, a... It's like a time tunnel. Like, on my day off, and I mean this in the best way possible, on my day off, time goes very slowly. The day feels like, you know, what, like a summer vacation day felt like, when, you know, you were, not the first few days of summer vacation, but, you know, like, in like, the middle of August, like, that period where you're, like, adjusted to summer vacation, but not yet, like, lamenting the coming of September. They feel like that. They feel like an appropriate length. The period from Sunday to Friday, also known as, you know, the streaming work week for me, it's gone in a flash. Like, I think it's, you know, time flies when you're having fun, and I do enjoy what I do, but it's also that you're just, you know, you're busy, you're task-oriented, you're knocking things off the list. And then on your day off, you're like, you still got a list, don't get me wrong, but it's... I really only exist on Saturday. Sunday to Friday, I'm just, you know, there's like an avatar of me that's doing things, but I have no concept of having lived through those days once they're over. I think it's relatable. I know I probably phrased it in the weirdest way you could, but I know, baby. I know, but there's nothing that can be done. You're a baby. You know, it's I know, you're like, this toy kind of, you know, it's not advanced enough for me. The toy's not advanced enough for me. I hear ya, you know? Isaac's not advanced enough for me, but then, you know, RimWorld's too hard, so I gotta settle for something. Okay, like, just very simple, why would you use your orbital here? When instead of using your orbital, you could be smart and not do that. You know what I mean? I know. I don't expect you to know what I mean yet, baby. We haven't even started training you in the family business yet, okay? I'm thinking 6th birthday party. That's when you can get introduced to Isaac. Somebody did say in the comments, they're like, how would you feel if like later on this series became like your daughter playing the game and you just, you know, shooting the breeze over top of it? Like, don't threaten me with a good time. That sounds like, imagine that. Oh my god, the freedom to no longer be chained to a video game, even one that's one of my favorites ever made, and instead to just be able to be like, wow, what's the deal with, you know, freezing rain? Hey, we got water. What do we call it? Rain. Hey, we got frozen water. Or we got little like white flakes coming from the sky. What do we call it? Snow. Hey, it's a little bit icier. What do we call it? Sleet. Hey, it's somewhere in between. I don't know. Freezing rain. It's weird, right, baby? It's weird. But you don't have to worry about freezing rain too much here. It doesn't. Maybe if you go up north a little bit. Really, what we should be worried about here is earthquakes. But you don't need to worry about that just yet. We got a bug out bag. Anyway, for now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And watch me on Twitch. I'm live every day but Saturday, 11 to 4 Pacific time. Put me on your second monitor. I want to be your second monitor, Marty. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!